Aloha! Hello everyone, it's Dan from Fanbooked Gaming. How are you doing? You've caught me on the hop there a little bit. I'm running a little bit late today. In fact, I'm not. Look at that, it's 1 o'clock, perfect. But I had an unexpected job to complete en route to this little play shed. I had to go and catch a chicken. Of all things. Yeah, one of our chickens got out and was wandering about on the lawn, so I had to catch that before catching some awesome fun with the Gorgon's Loch. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do a random playthrough once more. We're live on Twitch over there. My intention was to also be live on Facebook in the other direction, but unfortunately the little clamp I've got to hold my phone has literally just fallen to pieces in my hand, so I didn't have time to do it. I'm sorry about that. However, I will get it all on YouTube for you. We have 6 days to go. Exciting. So we finish at 8 o'clock on this coming Saturday evening, and I'll be going live round about 7:30 in the evening to have either a congratulatory or a consolatory live stream playing the game and chatting about the project. So I hope you guys will join me for that. But without further ado, I'll just take a slurp of tea and then we'll find out what we're playing today. Lovely. I had a lovely chat with Mark and Greg from the Meeple Society yesterday. Super friendly fellas. Really pleased with how the chat went and stuff. We were talking away for a good hour about all things gaming. Things like what my influences were as a kid and what got me into gaming and why I added a gaming division to my publishing company and this sort of thing. So yeah, it's all interesting stuff. That'll be going out. I'm told that'll be going out on Monday or Tuesday next week. So yeah, we've got that to look forward to. Now then, what are we going to be playing today? Well, I think just throw 1d6 and see which of the 6 campaigns to play again, huh? Dice cam working okay? Yep, seems to be. And that is number 4. So let's have a look. What is campaign number 4? Campaign number 4 is Collector's Folly. It's a long one. Collector's Folly. I'm not sure if you can see that there. Apologies about the light, guys. I tried opening the door, sorry, the curtains, but as soon as I did that, where my hand is here, it suddenly became completely washed out with light. So I'm afraid this is the lighting condition for this one. It shouldn't be too bad to get the box and everything out of the way. So, Collector's 4, Dungeon 4, Collector's Folly. We have a magical combination tile to be placed on the discovery of a loose tile card, okay? The enemy pile, I'm going to throw caution to the wind and just throw all the enemies in. It should be 6 goblins, 12 skeletons, 4 skeletal bowmen, 6 wild hounds, and 4 harpies. But we're going to throw in the Lycan Hall Walkers, the Queen's Guard, and the Gorgon Queen herself. Now let's see. To complete this dungeon, you must search far and wide, more thoroughly than you have done previously. Hidden within this dungeon are 6 empty scrolls, a precious blue gem, and a shining yellow gem, all lost during an ill-fated but similar journey to your own. These items fit into a magical combination lock, which is also lost in the dungeon, hidden under a loose tile. Find the magical combination lock. The first player who finds a loose tile card places the magical combination lock on the square their character is standing on. The loose tile card is then returned to the bottom of the search pile. To succeed, as well as finding out where in the dungeon the magical combination lock lies, you must locate 6 empty scrolls, a blue gem and a yellow gem. You must place the 6 empty scrolls on and 2 gems into the magical combination lock. Placing a single item into the magic lock costs 1 action point per item. Only when all 8 of these items are in place in the magical combination lock will the next section become accessible to your party. So there we are. So now it's just a matter of setting the map up. I shall do that now. I hope you're all enjoying and have had a lovely Sunday so far, guys. I have been working away in the background for this all morning, and then I took the dog out and she had lots of fun in the snow. In fact, there's not a lot of snow here, but it's very frosty and crispy, so la la la. Some connect tiles. Are we needing some of those? I think. Now let's have a look. What have we got here? we're going to start off at the top with the vestry. That's the start room. That's going to go there. We've got lots of space for this one. Chamber 1. There's chamber 1. No spawn points in chamber 1. Then we've got corridor 1. There's corridor 1. That goes here. I'll just set it up roughly and then we'll be able to tell how much space we're going to need then. We've got chamber 3. The numbers that away. There we are. Corridor 3. That's in my hand. With the numbers that away. Chamber 4. Like that. Corridor 2. There. And finally, chamber number 2, which connects 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. There we go. Wasn't so painful, was it? We have the magical combination tile, which is here. You see that okay? That's what we're going to place on here wherever the first broken tile card is found. There are 4 broken tile cards in the search pile. So now we're going to just line this up nicely. We can come this way a little bit actually, so that's what I'll do, and then you guys can see much better. Go. Okay, so there's lots and lots of searching in this one. Of course, we've got to find 6 empty scrolls, 1 blue gem, 1 yellow gem, and then place them into the magical combination lock as and when we discover it, wherever that may be. So that's the dungeon setup. All we need now... Oh, I've set that up wrong, sorry. This whole thing is there according to the map. There we go. And all we need to do now is roll a single d6 to determine how many of our heroes are going to be joining us. So let's do that real quick. And our heroes today, there's going to be... Oh, it's all of them. All 5 heroes. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, to determine what order they start in, I'll just give the 5 hero cards a good rumble around. So we shall start with Erin. So we've got Erin Bloodborne, Ragnar Agathorn, Norlessa Tundershack, Julius Farcleaver, and Magnus Underhill. I'll place their cards here. In fact, I'll place the cards here like that to remind me of their order. I don't think I've just swapped those. Erin, Ragnar, Magnus, Julius, Norlessa. Of course, they will all need counters, so I'll pop the counters here. And once I move these boxes and stuff, I'll be able to have a bit of space for their shopping. And that's it. Wonderful. So I'll clear these boxes and stuff out of the way. Like I said earlier, we've got the entire content of the Gorgon's Loch, enemies wise I mean, so we've got all of the enemies joining us. That's all 40, including the Gorgon Queen, so we'll give those a good shake. A good shake? Who shakes cards? You shake dice, don't you? Hi Ghost! Thanks for joining us, man. I hope your internet holds out. You're the first one here, buddy. This is the 4th dungeon. It's called Collector's Folly, and all 5 adventurers are going to be having a go at this one. We've got to hunt down 6 empty scrolls, a blue gem and a yellow gem, and then discover where the magical combination lock, that's this little fella here, where that goes on the board. The way we do that is by searching through the search pile and finding a broken tile. As soon as we find that broken tile card, whichever character finds it gets the combination lock placed directly under their feet. And then you need to pop all those items into there without getting destroyed by the Gorgon Queen's forces en route. The only difference between this and the authentic campaign Ghost is that I will be using all of the enemies again. So this is dungeon number 4. So this wouldn't normally have Lycan Hall Walkers, Queen's Guards, or the Gorgon Queen herself, but I've banged them all into here anyway. So yeah, let's see how that goes. Here is the search pile. It's 100 cards deep. Fingers crossed. You see, now there's 5 characters, so part of me thinks that when I threw the 1d6 to determine how many of them are going to go through this dungeon, what I should have done, rolling the 6, is to re-roll. However, we're treating it like spawn points, aren't we? So much like if you walk into a run with 4 spawn points and you roll a 4, a 5 or a 6, you're going to populate all 4. So I think that's the excuse for doing that. So we are going to run with all 5 characters today. I'm not sure if Mama Penny is going to be able to join us for this one. The reason being that Gabby and Lacey over in Poland have lots to do today, and they have a window for a video chat, and it's actually their first video chat with Granny and Grandad since they left for Poland a week ago. So as you can imagine, Lacey's quite excited to talk to them. So I've told them to get stuck in and get that video chat done. That'll be at around 1 PM, which is now. So don't be surprised if Mama Penny doesn't turn up in the chat, or if she does, not for too long. Okay, so that's the search pile all ready. I'll put the search pile up here. I'll move the enemy pile down here, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to populate the enemies here as we draw them. I think I should be able to draw about 8 or 10 enemies there, just in case. Right, so we've got the magical combination tile. We know we're going to be using all 5 heroes. So let's get our trusty standees box and get the start run populated with all 5 heroes. So we've got Erin Bloodborne, Ragnar Agathorn, Magnus Underhill, Julius Farcleaver, and Norlessa Tundershack. There we are. Gale wind warning. Wow, okay. Lots of crazy weather happening up the east coast of the US again, is there, Ghost? You stay safe out there, man. It's nothing but kind of cold and frosty here. Certain bits of the UK have got snowstorms, including something called thunder snow, which is quite incredible, like a thunderstorm but with snow. So that's exciting. But yeah, nothing life-threatening at this stage, so we are very lucky in that respect. Our weather, although extremely changeable, is rarely life-threatening. Speaking of life-threatening, I've decided to make all 5 of our heroes mortal again, just like Friday's playthrough. So, if they die outright. Let that be an end to it. So, the very first player is Erin Bloodborne. Erin is rolling for her start action points. Sorry, her start health point. My mistake. She starts with 7 health. And her start action points. All 12. Good start, Erin. Okay, so she's obviously going to have a search. That's the main thing that's going to be going on in this scenario. We need to find these empty scrolls. We need to find these missing gems. So Erin's going to have a search. Finds a small health vial. Oh, straight look at that. Look at that. Straight in with a loose tile. Erin has just discovered the magical combination lock. On search number 2. Okay, Erin, well, I guess it's right there in the corner of the start room then. Well, at least we know. That was her second search. Third search, another loose tile, which of course doesn't do anything now. And fourth search, Eramore's bow. So she's got herself a ranged weapon. She's got 8 action points left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now on to Ragnar Agathorn for his starting health points. 10. Good job, Ragnar. Okay, and Ragnar's starting action points. 10 as well. Okay. Ragnar's going to have a search, of course. Straight away. Finds the Boots of Haste. And an enemy. Straight away. So Ragnar's second search yields an enemy. I'll just take those 2 action points off, so he's got 8 left. The first enemy is Goblin number 6, which appears at Ragnar's toes. He attacks it. 7 or above, it's an insta-kill. It's a 4. Goblin can survive. Needs a 4 or more. And it's a 1. Poor little gobbers. Poor little gobbers. Out of the dungeon straight away. Farewell, little green fella. Okay, so down to 7 action points. Got 2 searches left. So here comes the third search. It's a snake bite. 1, 2 or 3 unharmed. 4, 5 or 6 lose a health point. Lose a health point, Ragnar. Blimey. Okay. So now you are down to 6 action points for your final search. Another enemy. Another enemy, and this time it's Queen's Guard number 2. Queen's Guard number 2 appears right on Ragnar's toes. There we are. Right, so Ragnar's got 3 attacks left if he needs them. Here's the second. 9. Queen's Guard defends. It's looking good. 9, okay. Third attack. 8. Third defence. 7, so he only nibbles 1 of its 3 health points away. It's still surviving. Ragnar's final attack. 6. Final defence. 6. It's absolutely fine. We're going to remove those 3 action points from Ragnar. He's got 3 points left. He has to try and activate his specialist skill, which is insta-kill, to try and get rid of it. Double 6. Nope, that's a big fail. He's got 2 action points remaining. He's going to use them to move back out of the room. These remaining characters here can't search because the Queen's Guard is directly on that lava bridge, therefore it counts as being in the start room and the next room. It's in both of these places, and you can't search when there's an enemy there. So that's Ragnar's turn over. We're now moving on to Magnus Underhill. I'm going to turn the standees pointing towards the camera, folks. I've just realised I'm giving you a skinny side view of everybody. So Magnus Underhill is next, rolling for start health points. 6, Magnus. Half as strong as he could be. Action points, 6. What to do with 6 action points? Well, I think initially, because he's diagonally able to, he's going to attack the Queen's Guard straight away. First attack. 5. Queen's Guard defends. With 3. The difference is 2. Magnus Underhill arrives in the dungeon and kills a Queen's Guard with his first swipe. Farewell, Queen's Guard number 2. Well done, Magnus. Magnus has 5 action points now. He's in an enemy-free room, so he's going to do some searching. But finds right delirium. An ethereal voice calls out your name from the shadows. Magnus! Your vision blurs, confused and disorientated. Your turn ends. So it's all over for Magnus. Back down to 0 with his action points. Next comes Julius Farcleaver, who's rolling for health. 8 health to start, Julius. Pretty good. Action. 7. 7 action points for Julius Farcleaver. What do we think? Oh, sorry, that Queen's Guard has been killed, hasn't it? I think, well, with 7, I don't want to find an enemy with the final searches and not have any action points left to do anything about it. So Julius is going to search first. And immediately finds an enemy. Ta-da! So, you were right to hold back there, Julius. What is the enemy you've just found? It's another Queen's Guard. Queen's Guard number 1 this time. Right in front of Julius, standing directly on top of the magical combination lock. Julius goes in for an attack. Ah, that's more like it. Look at that. A hard 12. The Queen's Guard defends. 5's not going to be enough. Kills it outright. Well done, Julius. You deserve that. Right, Julius has got 5 action points remaining. So, second search. Jock's Madness. mysterious cloud of smoke engulfs you. Coughing and choking, you fall to your knees and close your eyes. Confused and disorientated, your turn ends. So, sorry Julius. It seemed like a good start there. But it turned out to be quite impotent in the end. Here goes our final character, Norlessa Thundershack, rolling for her starting health points. 10. Alright. Action points. 4. Got a search. Finds a clay pot. Second search. Finds a health vial. Third search. Finds a gold ring. Fourth search. Finds the black key. It's all great treasure, but nothing to do with this dungeon thus far. So there's no enemies on the board. Back we go to Erin Bloodborne, rolling for action point. 10. Right. So Erin is here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Leaving her with 6. She's going to have a search. And immediately finds an enemy. Erin's enemy is skeleton number 5. Erin attacks 8 or above to kill the skeleton outright, and it's a 10. So it didn't even have time to get its health points out of the bucket before it kicked the bucket. Lovely. Right, Erin, 5 action points remaining. Your second search. Oops. Second search is the golden brooch. Very good treasure. Most expensive thing in the Loch. Third search, a clay pot. And final search, a medium health vial. On we go to Ragnar Agathorn. Oh no, sorry, hang on, she had 5. She's done her 4 searches in 3, so she's got 2 left. She's going to move 1, 2 closer. There we are. Now it's Ragnar Agathorn's turn to roll for action points. 7. What are you going to do with those, Ragnar? I think mark them up, because looking after all 5 characters could get confusing if I don't get this action point thing down. So first search yields the Scroll of Immunity. It's good, but it's not the gems and stuff we need. Second search is a gold ring, so we'll start you a treasure pile. Third search is a medium health vial. Good. And fourth search is a large health vial. Excellent. Okay. So you're doing well, Ragnar. So 1, 2, 3, 4 searches. You're left with 3 movement points. And with those, you are finally going to 1, 2, 3 attempt to break free of this start room. Magnus Underhill is next. Go, Magnus. 5 action points. Again, not many. So he's going to keep searching. First search, a gold piece. So our dwarven character has just received their first piece of treasure, which is quite rare. Second search, another gold piece. Obviously hit a seam of treasure here. Third search, an enemy. Alright, so he's used 3 of his 5 action points. He's got 2 remaining. And the enemy that's just arrived in front of Magnus is Wildhound number 6. There we are, Magnus. Wildhound. So Magnus is going to attack Wildhound number 6. 7 or above, it's an insta-kill, and it is an insta-kill. So well done, Magnus. Again, didn't even have a chance to get the Wildhound's health points on there. Hacking our way through these enemies. And with a final action point, Magnus, you are going to try to activate your specialist skill, which is Bounty. Let's see. If it's double 6, I'll tell you what Bounty is. Oh dear. It's about as close to Snake Eyes as you can get. So no cigar there, Magnus. Sorry. That's the end of your turn. On we go to Julius Farcleaver, rolling for action point. 8. Where are you, Julius? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Julius has decided to heck with all this searching. I'm going to go and join Erin. And finally, Norlessa. 4. Norlessa's right in the start room, so she's going to keep searching. First search yields Wyeth's Chakram. It's a good ranged weapon. Second is a yellow gem. I believe we are looking for a yellow gem, are we not? A yellow and a blue gem. That's correct, isn't it? So this is the yellow gem. She's got 2 action points remaining. So she's not going to take any chances. 1 and then 2 to place the yellow gem into the magical combination lock. Therefore, even if she gets killed, the yellow gem remains in the magical combination lock. Now what we do is we consult the campaign booklet just to make absolutely certain that the yellow gem is the one we're looking for. Dungeon 4, 6 empty scrolls, 1 blue gem, 1 yellow gem. So we've found the yellow gem. Excellent. Right. That is all of Norlessa's turn. No enemies on the board. Back we go to Erin Bloodborne. Erin is about to beast into this room, I think. 8 action points. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll leave her with 4. You're going to roll 1d6 to determine how many of these 4 enemies will be spawned. And it's all 4 of them. So let's see. This room has just been filled with Harpy number 4, Skeletal Bowman number 4, Skeleton number 10, and the Gorgon Queen herself. So this has just got interesting. Erin, why on earth did you populate that room? Skeleton number 4, Skeletal Bowman number 4, so that can actually attack her from where it is. Skeleton number 10 was spawned 3rd, and the evil Queenie herself was spawned 4th, and she fits there nicely. So let's get some health points on the job. Harpy number 4 is quite a powerful character, and much like the Queen's Guard, has 3 health points. Skeletal Bowman only has a single health point but can attack at range. Skeleton number 10 has 2 health points. And the Gorgon Queen, if you'll give me a second to pile all these up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The Gorgon Queen has 8 health points. And a movement of 8. Oops. I wish we could knock her health points off that easily. Hey Ghost, I didn't realise you'd gone, man. Sorry, I did notice you got a bit quiet for a while. Erin's just wandered into the very first room with spawn points, spawned a Harpy, a Skeletal Bowman, Skeleton number 10, and the Gorgon Queen. So within the first 10 enemies pulled, we've pulled the Queen out already. Erin has 4 action points remaining. She's going to use them to run away. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's as simple as that. Now we're on to Ragnar Agathorn. Ragnar has heard the Queen arrive. He's a little bit worried, but not too worried. He's a Viking, huh? So Ragnar is rolling for action points. Here we go. 4. Ragnar, it's not really enough to go and help 4, is it? I think you ought to carry on searching, sir. Jock's Madness, straight in with the cloud of mysterious smoke, ending Ragnar's turn. Now we go to Magnus Underhill. Magnus has 9 action points. That should be able to, that's enough to do something, surely, Magnus. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and he'll have a single search because he is a dwarf after all. And finds the blue gem. Already finds the blue. You saw me. You did see me shuffle that pile for a while, right? That's the blue gem. That's the other gem. So Magnus really needs to run all the way back and put that in. But for now, it's sitting there with Magnus. That's the end of his turn. Now we've got Julius Farcleaver. Julius is standing right next to Magnus and has 7 action points. So Julius is going to take the blue gem from Magnus, leaving it with 6 action points, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Julius is now holding onto the blue gem and is 1 square away from the combination lock. So her next turn will be able to put that in. That'll be both gems complete. That's Julius's turn. Norlessa next. Norlessa rolling for action. Norlessa, 3 action points. Rubbish. Gonna have to search, Norlessa. Gonna have to search. You're right next to the combination lock though. So first search, a spider bite. Single d6, 1, 2 or 3 injured. 1, 2 or 3 Unharmed, 4, 5 or 6. Bitten by a spider, lose a health point. Ouch. Norlessa takes a nibble. 2 more action points. She's going to search. Ah, Jock's Madness again. Mysterious cloud of smoke engulfs her, soaking up her remaining action point. There are enemies on the board. It's enemy turn now. Norlessa's just had her turn. Harpy number 4 goes first with a movement of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skeletal Bowman number 4 cannot see an enemy, so will use all of its movement to get nearer to an enemy. 1, 2, 3. Skeleton number 10, a movement of 3 again. 1, 2, 3. And the Gorgon Queen, a movement of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She is 1 square away from Erin Bloodborne. That's the enemy turn. I shall take a slurp of tea. So it begins. Erin Bloodborne, almost toe-to-toe with the Gorgon Queen, is rolling for action points. If she rolls less than 8, she cannot run away far enough and must stay and stand her ground. She rolls 9. She has a couple of health vials. You know what? She might attack here. She's got 9 action points, so she's going to spend 2 of them consuming a medium and a small health vial. That's going to give her an extra 3 health, so from 7 to 10. And that leaves her with 7 action points. She's going to take 1 step up on the Queen, leaves her with 6 action points. And she's going to attack the Queen. The Queen defends with 3 dice. Erin only attacks with 2. Here comes Erin's first attack. 5. It's weak. First defense, more than 5. Second attack. 6. Another weak one. Second defense. Oh, there's 6 already. 10. Third attack. 8. A little bit better. Third defense. 5. The difference is 3. She loses 3 of these 8 health points. And Erin's final attack is 7. Queen's final defense. More than 7. 12. Okay, so now Erin's got 2 action points remaining. She's going to move 1 square like this away. And then she's going to try and activate her specialist skill, which is teleport. It needs to be double 6. If it's not double 6, it doesn't work. There's 1 6. There's 1 6. Come on, Erin. Ah, so near and yet so far. That was unlucky. Okay, Erin, that's the end of your turn. Ragnar Agathorn next. He's all the way back here. Extremely unlikely to be able to help. Ragnar is rolling for action points. And he's got 3, so he certainly can't help. So Ragnar is going to use the 3 to do what? I know exactly what Ragnar's going to do. Ragnar is going to use the first one to take the blue gem off Julius. The second one to place it in the magical combination lock. That means both gems for the win condition for this dungeon are already complete. We just need 6 empty scrolls to go in there. We are happy. So with Ragnar's final, with his final action point, he's going to move out of the room. And that's it. That's Ragnar's go. Magnus Underhill is next. I see him with 6. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, Magnus cannot help Erin's position at the moment. But he's not on the lava bridge, so he's in this enemy-free room. He can still search, so that's what he's going to do. First search yields a swinging blade trap. Blimey, this dungeon today. It's all traps and dark enchantments, isn't it? 1, 2 or 3. Unharmed by the swinging blade trap. 4, 5 or 6. Lose a health point. Unharmed. Well done, Magnus. You had 6 action points, didn't you? So you've got 5 now. Second search, the Scroll of Protection. 1 extra dice in defence when required, but only once. Third search, an enemy, leaving Magnus with 3 action points to deal with whoever this enemy is, and the enemy is skeleton number 11. So Skelly number 11 just appeared in front of Magnus. Magnus has 3 action points remaining. He's going to use one of them to attack the Skelly. The skeleton has 2 health points, so he needs an 8 or above for an insta-kill. It's a 7, so the skeleton can survive if it rolls a 6. Which it does not, so goodbye skeleton 11. Okay, Magnus now has 2 action points remaining. And I think he's had all his searches, so he's just going to move 1 square over, and then he's going to attempt to activate his specialist skill, which is Bounty. Let's try again for that double 6. Nope. Pretty close with the last one, trying to activate teleport, wasn't it? Okay, that's Magnus's turn over. Now we're going to Julius Farcleaver, who is standing here right outside the magical combination lock. They've had their blue gem removed and placed in there by Ragnar, so this is just for action points as normal. 7 action points. Let's have a search. The first one is a small health vial. That's the very first thing that Julius has found in this dungeon. Second search is the black gem, worth 30 gold pieces, but otherwise useless at this stage in this dungeon. Third search, an empty scroll. There's an empty scroll, 1 of 6. And second search, a green gem. Blimey. Okay, so when you start to hit the treasure in this dungeon, you really hit it. That's 4. Got 3 left. So she's going to go 1, 2, placing the empty scroll into the magical combination lock, and 3. So she's out of there again now. So that's no less Julius Farcleaver's turn over. Now it's no less a Thundershack's turn. Whoops. To roll for action points. And even the dice want some action. 8. 8 action points for Norlessa Thundershack. Norless is standing right next to the combination lock. Why wouldn't she just stay there and have a search? She's got 8 action points. Let's do this. A loose tile. We've already found it. Second, a small health vial. Third, a clay pot. And fourth, Carter's slippers. These soft shoes allow you to creep around silently. If an enemy cannot see you, they will not follow you. Okay. With a band of 5, not as useful as you might think. If you were by yourself, then yes, useful indeed. Particularly if you can run through a room and hide around the corner, actually past enemies. If they're drifting this way already, they'll keep drifting that way. That's a good thing. Okay, so that's all the searches done. 4 action points remaining. What are you going to do with them, Norlessa? 1, 2, 3, 4. Face the oncoming horde. And that is the end of the player turn. Steph, who made up the names of the characters, Dan? They're really imaginative. Hands up, Steph. That's all on me. That's all on me. I hope you like them. Thanks for joining us, by the way. We've had a few internet issues with Ghost and stuff. I'm not sure how the stream is for you. I've also had a few lighting issues, as you can see. I haven't got any electric lighting in here because it's such a bright day and it's so frosty outside that I've just had to close all the curtains, and this is kind of the light level we're dealing with. So I hope it's okay, Steph. And yeah, thanks for joining us. Happy Sunday. We have many more. Gabby helped me name a brother and sister as well. Hjalvar and Hjolven. But you'll get to see those if the Kickstarter gets over the line. You see, because that's going to be one of our very first expansion packs. It's the brother and sister character expansion pack. But yeah, oh, I've already said too much. It's the enemy turn. We've got Harpy number 4 was first. Can Harpy number 4 make it to Erin and save her bacon? 1, 2, 3, 4. She can, because Erin cleverly left a gap between her and the Gorgon Queen. The reason why it's going to save her bacon, perhaps, is because the Harpy only attacked with 2d6, and the Gorgon Queen's much more powerful, attacking with 3. So, of course, by making a gap for the harpy to come first, the Gorgon Queen is now clogged behind that harpy until the harpy's gone. Now the Queen can pass through the harpy, but only if there's an empty square at the other side of it, which of course at the minute it isn't, because our brave Erin is holding off the horde. So harpy number 4 is going to attack Erin Bloodborne. And scores 8. Erin defends. And scores 7. So she does lose a health point, but only the 1. Worth reminding you guys at this point that all of our 5 characters are playing this dungeon. We need to discover the magical combination lock somewhere in the dungeon, and of course we discovered it right here in the start room. It's rather unusual. Usually people sort of pile out of the start room, which is what we tried to do, but the very second search yielded the magical combination tile. So we've got the magical combination tile here. It requires 6 empty scrolls, 1 yellow gem and 1 blue gem. And we've already found and placed 1 yellow gem, 1 blue gem and 1 empty scroll. So we need 5 empty scrolls. However, all 5 of these characters are essentially mortal. You'll notice there's no death markers on the table at all. Once they're dead, they're dead. And speaking of which, let's get on with the enemy turn. Skeletal Bowman number 4 is next. And the Bowman has a movement of 3. 1, 2, 3. Can't see any characters. Skeleton 10 is next. 1, 2 is as far as it can get. And then it's the turn of the Gorgon Queen, who is frustrated and can do nothing because of the harpy clogging from previously. So happy days, Erin, you survived. Now it's Erin's turn. So she's going to roll for action points to see where we're going next. 3 action points. That's not going to be enough to do anything at all. So she is going to attack the harpy, because it's just attacked her, so why wouldn't you? With 6, the harpy defends. With 6, she attacks the harpy again. This time with a more powerful 9. The harpy defends. With 7, the difference is 2. The harpy is still alive and has a single health point left. Finally, final attack for Erin. She's not going to attack. She's going to use her final move to place a space here between her and the Gorgon Queen and the enemy in an attempt to set up exactly the same thing that happened last time, to hold the Gorgon Queen off a little bit in that corridor. These sort of strategies can be exploited by your more kind of wargaming strategists, and we've seen it time and time again. Of course, it does also hold off the action from being complete slaughter if you're playing with younger players as well. Right, on to Ragnar Agathorn, who is all the way back here for his start point. Action points, sorry. 6 action points isn't going to be enough to get into the action, so he's going to have a search and find some action of his own in the form of an enemy. So Ragnar, there's Ragnar, so we've got 6 action points, just use 1 to search. The enemy that's just appeared in front of Ragnar it's a powerful one. It's Queen's Guard number 4. Not the friendliest looking of fellas. Like a Minotaur Hellboy love child. It has 3 health points, so it's the same as a harpy in that respect, except that it attacks with the same veracity as the Gorgon Queen with 3d6. But it only defends with 2d6 like a character. You're going to have to attack it, Ragnar, so that's what you're going to do. First attack on the Queen's Guard. 7. 4 and a 3, 7. First defence is 8, so it's fine from the first attack. Ragnar's second attack on the Queen's Guard is 5, that's weak. Second defence, oh, it's fine with 10, look, okay. Third attack, 7, mediocre. Third defence, 9, oh dear. We're going to leave a Queen's Guard right in our midst here, guys. Here we go. Final attack from Ragnar. 9. Final defence. 6. The difference is 3. He just managed to kill the Queen's Guard, it having 3 health points. Blimey. That was a close one there, Ragnar. Very close one. So the Queen's Guard is gone. He's back into an enemy-free room. he's going to use his final action point to search, hopefully not find another enemy. Of course he finds another enemy. So at the end of Ragnar's turn, he has pulled out Queen's Guard number 4, killed it, and left us with skeleton number 2, who stands proudly spawned directly in front of him, and Ragnar has absolutely nothing to do about it because that's the end of his turn. So Magnus Underhill is next. Magnus is back here. Possibly could help out Magnus, possibly shouldn't, and head this way and help Erin instead. Let's see what the action points are. Magnus Underhill has 5 action points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will do nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will do nothing. So he can't do anything either way. So what's he going to do? Is he going to be Gorgon Queen fodder? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to back up Erin. That's what Magnus is going to do. Julius Farcleaver is next. 5 action points, but 1 square away. Hang on, Julius, where are you? Julius is here. Okay, so Julius is going to take a single step towards the skeleton number 2, and he's going to attack skeleton number 2. 7 or above, sorry, 8 or above is an insta-kill. Oh, it's a 4, so it's definitely survivable. The skeleton defends with a 3, so it survives. Okay. Next attack from Julius. 3. Next defence. 1. Okay, so a very weak defence from skeleton number 2 means that it leaves the building. 3 action points remaining for Julius. No, she had 5. 2 successful attacks. She's got 3 left. Moved 1, so she's got 2 left in actual fact. And with those 2, she's going to search because there's no enemies here anymore. Well, not yet anyway. Julius finds a bottle of Bilton's brew and a scroll of immunity that could come in for these traps later on. Okay, that's Julius's turn. On to Norlessa Tundershack now. Norlessa is here. 6 action points. No point trying to get into this action here. She's going to have a search, find some more of these empty scrolls, I hope. Bilton's brew. Oh, sorry, that should go on her health card pile. The scroll of defence, that's going to give her 1 extra dice in defence if required. Triggered a spider bite trap with that 3rd card. Single d6, 1, 2 or 3 unharmed, 4, 5 or 6 lose a health point. She's lost a health point. 9 becomes 8. And finally, the final search yields a small health vial. She's got 2 action points remaining, and with those she's going to take a couple of steps in the direction of the action here, and that's it. So now we've got Harpy number 4. Harpy number 4 is going to mess things up for the Queen again, thanks to Erin's move. Harpy number 4 is going to clog up the corridor and attack Erin Bloodborne. For 7, Erin defends. For 8, she's absolutely fine. Skeletal Bowman number 3 is next. Can only make it here. 1, 2, 3. Haha! In actual fact, skeleton can make it here because enemies can pass through each other. Skelly number 10. 1, 2, 3. And the Gorgon Queen again is frustrated. So don't let her out of that corridor or she's going to be annoyed. That's the enemy turn over, guys. Back we go to Erin Bloodborne for action points. Erin's got 6. She's got to attack. And she's going to attack hard. This 6 already marked up there, look. Here we go. Erin is attacking Harpy number 3. Harpy number 4, sorry. With 6. Harpy defends. With 10. Ouch. Second attack. 6 again. Second defence. 5. Oh, we've already nibbled all but 1 of its health points away. So that final weak hit did actually kill the Harpy, even though it's only a single health point. Farewell, Harpy number 4. Right, 2 more attacks left. Does she take them? Or does she run away? got 4 action points left. 4 action points left, Erin. She uses Eramore's bow to attack the skeletal bowman without moving. 1d6 v 1d6. 3, the defence. 6, it's fine. Okay, we've got 3 action points remaining. 1, 2, 3. Sees Erin running past Magnus and running away. No real reason. It's just self-preservation after so many centuries in the dungeon. Ragnar next. Ragnar is here, still languishing away at the start of the dungeon. And he's got 7 action points. I could get him close to the action, but I'm desperate to find these empty scrolls, so let's just keep searching. Ragnar. A gold piece. The white key. A small health vial. And another small health vial. Okay. Ragnar had 7 action points, 4 searches, so 3 remain. 1, 2, 3. And then he's going to use his boots of haste as well. 1, 2, 3 to get right up into the action. Now, Magnus Underhill. 11. 1, 2. We'll leave him with 9. He's going to attack the skeletal bowman. 7 or above, insta-kill. Yeah, Magnus is on fire. So, bye-bye skeletal bowman number 4. There goes your card to the bottom of the enemy pack. There goes your health point. You have 8 action points remaining. Magnus takes 1 step towards the Gorgon Queen because he's an absolute legend. And he attacks her. Now, has he got anything that can help attack her? Carter's Slippers, Wyeth's Chakram. Named after dear Steph Wyeth in the chat, I might add. No, I think we're... Sorry, I'm looking at entirely the wrong person. This is Ragnar. Ragnar has... These are all health vials, yeah. Scroll of Immunity, that's all treasure. And now I'm looking at Ragnar stuff. Sorry guys, I'm getting confused. This is Magnus Underhill. Magnus Underhill has a Scroll of Protection, which no doubt he will at least have the option to use unless the Queen's attack is very weak. And a couple of bits of treasure. So no, Magnus is perfectly happy to hack away at the Gorgon Queen. First attack is 7. Queen's first defence is 12. Second attack, 7. Second defence, 6. We nibble another one of her health points away. She's down to 4 health points now. Here comes the third attack. Snake Eyes. No point rolling because she defends with 3d6. So that's a dud. Magnus's final attack. 7. Her final defence. Way, way, way more than 7. 15 in fact. So that's all Magnus's attacks. He's got 3 action points remaining. He's going to attempt to activate Bounty. That's his specialist skill, and if we get double 6 here with this single per turn attempt, I will tell you what Bounty is. But I can't because it failed. So with 2 action points remaining, I am going to... Oh, can I pull the same trick with the skeleton? 1, 2. I think I can because the skeleton was spawned before the Queen was. Oh, check this out in a second, guys. Okay, so we've got Julius all the way back here. Can't imagine Julius is going to mess up this plan. Rolling for action points. Got 5 of them. Let's have a search. Julius finds a health vial. Another health vial, a big large one. A scroll of power. And the scroll of death. That could come in extremely handy. And with a single movement left, that's it for Julius Farcleaver. Finally, we've got Norlessa Tundershack. She's here. Norlessa's got 8. Norlessa. Norlessa's going to move 1, 2, 3. and give the Scroll of Defence to Erin Bloodborne. 4. With the remaining 4, she's going to step back into this enemy-free room. And with the last 3, I hope, she's going to search. Except, of course, she finds an enemy with the very first card. So now she has 2 action points remaining and has just spawned an enemy at her toes. And that enemy is... it's Harpy number 2. It's a powerful one. Harpy number 2 has just been spawned right here. It's 3 health points. I do like these little heart counters. Stacking them's lots of fun, especially when you're beasting the pile back down again. Right, Norless has got 2 action points remaining and needs to try and kill this Harpy. Here comes the first attack. It's pretty weak. 5, Harpy defends. With 5. Last attack. It's weak again with 5. Harpy defends. Ah, it's beat. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. It has beaten off Norless's attacks. That's the end of the character turn. It's now the enemy turn, and this cheeky little skeleton, because it was spawned first, is going to use its 1, 2, 3 movement to frustrate the Queen, although it now attacks Magnus Underhill with 2d6. Scoring 6. Magnus defends. Scoring 8. He's fine as well. Next come the Gorgon Queen. 1 square. Spitting and snarling over Magnus's shoulder, but she can do nothing about it. And next comes Harpy number 2, who of course is going to attack Norlessa. Ouch, with 11. Norlessa defends with 11. Awesome. So Norlessa is entirely untouched. Fantastic. Here we go again. That's the enemy turnover. Back we go to action points for Erin. Erin's right here. Nine action points. What are you going to do, Erin? 1, 2, 3. We'll leave you with 6. Now we want to attack the Harpy. It's a good attack at 9. The Harpy defends. Yes, with 3, so it's dead. The difference is 6. It only had 3 health, so happy days. Bye-bye, Harpy. Right, so now, Erin, you have 5 action points remaining. What to do with them? You're in an enemy-free room, so let's have a search. Find a medium health vial. That's good. Second search, the Scroll of Anger. That's the opposite of the Scroll of Defence. That'll give you 1 extra in attack. Oh, another Scroll of Death. Fantastic. And finally, a large health vial. Well, that was fantastic. And she's going to use her final action point to take that large Scroll of Death and bump her health from 9 to the maximum of 12. Now it's Ragnar Agathorn's turn. Ragnar is here. Also in an enemy-free room for now. 12. 12 action points, Ragnar. Well, let's mark those up and let's get going. So, first is a medium health vial. Second search is Bilton's Brew. The third search yields a golden piece. And the fourth search yields the Scroll of Power. So Ragnar's got 8. 8 remaining. So Ragnar's going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, let me just start that again, guys. He's going to take the Scroll of Death from Erin. Okay, leaving him with 7. Because he's right next to her. He's going to carry it 1, 2, 3, 4 to Magnus. 1, 2, 3, 4, leaving him with 3 action points. He's going to give it to Magnus Underhill, leaving him with 2 action points. And then he's going to run away. That's it. Now it's Magnus Underhill's turn. We're rolling for action points. 8. That could be enough, you know. Magnus is going to attack skeleton number 10. 8 or above is an insta-kill. That's 10. There we are. So that's an instant kill with... Sorry, Ragnar. Picked up the wrong counter there. It's Magnus. He has 8. He's just insta-killed the skeleton. Skeleton number 10 heads back to the boneyard. I think we know what's going to happen now, don't we, with the old SOD. The old SOD's coming in now, so we've got one more square to get toe-to-toe with the Queen. And although I've just been given a Scroll of Death, Magnus is a fighter, and he's got 2 more, well, he's got 3 more attacks if he wants them, with 6 action points. So you know what? He's going to have a go at the Queen. He's just going to have a nibble away at the Queen. There's his first attack. It's not bad. 9. She defends. With 10. Only just. His second attack. Sorry, this is his third attack, isn't it? 11. That's pretty good. Third defence. It's more, isn't it? Only by 1. Okay, here comes Magnus's final allowed attack. 5. And the Queen's final defence. It's more than 5. It's double, in fact. So, Magnus, you've had all your nibbling away. You now have 3 action points remaining. You're going to use the Scroll of Death to destroy the Gorgon Queen and send her screaming down to the bottom of the enemy pile. Farewell, dear Gorgon Queen. That removes your final 4 health points and your huge standee. There we are. Right, now we are once more in an enemy-free dungeon. Magnus has got 2 action points remaining. Sorry, 3 action points remaining, so he's going to have a search. Finds a loose tile. That's no good to us at this stage. Falling rock trap. Again, 1d6. 1, 2 or 3 unharmed, 4, 5 or 6 lose a health point. He's unharmed. And finally, a search. Finds a gold ring for Magnus. Right. Sorry, I forgot to put Erin's action points down to 0 as well. So now we have Julius Farcleaver rolling for action points. 3. That's got to just be searches, Julius. A Scroll of Vitality. Wonderful scroll. An enemy. So with a single action point left, Julius has just pulled an enemy, and that enemy is a Lycan Hallwalker, the second most powerful enemy in the Gorgon's Loch. It's number 2, right in front of Julius Farcleaver. Does Julius Farcleaver have a Scroll of Death? Oh, yes. Yes, they do. So what now, Julius? I wonder, with your final... I mean, I'm doing this, but with a final health point. Of course, Julius is going to use the Scroll of Death. There's only 2 of these in the whole pile. So the fact that we pulled them both, and we get to use them both, that's pretty cool. So Julius, again, looks the Lycan Hallwalker up and down, mostly up, because it's quite tall, and destroys it utterly, sending it flying down to the bottom of the enemy pile. So if we do happen to go around this enemy pile again, we're going to hit the Queen, then the Lycan Hallwalker. Ouch. Okay, so the Lycan Hallwalker goes back in its kennel. That's amazing. And that's Julius's turn over. So now we've got Norlessa Thundershack rolling for action points. She's got 6 of them. Come on, Norlessa. There's an empty scroll. That's what we like to see. It's an empty scroll. I'll place that there. Second search, a clay pot. Third search, a gold piece. And finally, a scroll of immunity. Okay. 2 more action points. I think I'm just going to wander back towards this combination tile, seeing as I've just found an empty. What's it, don't you? An empty scroll. No other enemies on the board. Back we go to Erin Bloodborne. 6. Searchy, searchy. It's a clay pot. A snake bite. Okay. Snake bite for Erin to deal with. Ouch. Loses a health point. Okay. Third search, right delirium. So off we go. Off goes all the action points that she had left. Straight onto Ragnar for action points now. A life enhancer to Julius Farcleaver. Yeah, not a bad idea. I mean, Julius is sitting there with 8 health points. In fact, Magnus is doing slightly less better at 6 at the moment, Steph. But with there being no enemies on the board, I must admit, I didn't really notice. But yeah, I'll keep that in mind now, because Julius actually has a Scroll of Vitality and lots of health vials as well. So I think next turn, I think she'll probably just glug them down. Okay, so Ragnar has 11 action points. That should be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Leave him with 5. He searches and finds an empty scroll, a gold piece, a scroll of protection, and another gold piece, leaving him with a single movement, which he goes there. Ragnar, let me just make sure I've got this on top of the pile so I don't forget that Ragnar and Norlessa have got an empty scroll each. Once they're in there, we only need another 3. She only had 1 action point remaining. It wasn't 1 health. Yeah, no, she's good. She's good. She's a trooper. In fact, was Julius? No. No spoilers for the last playthrough a day and a half ago, because it was a very exciting hour and a half romp through the dungeon. But yeah, it may or may not have ended well for Julius. There we are. I think that about covers it. Right, that's Ragnar's turn over. We're going for Magnus Underhill now, our brave dwarf. He has 9 action points and he's all the way over here, so he's just going to start heading back towards his tile. Why not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, leaving him with 4. And he searches and finds a clay pot for his treasure pile, an empty scroll. They're coming out now. Another clay pot, and finally a red gem. So Magnus is absolutely rolling in it as far as treasure is concerned. That's Magnus's turn. Julius Farcleaver is next. With 4 action points, Steph, and no enemies on the board, I'm not going to waste those action points on glugging down health potions. I can do that next time round, so if required. So I'm going to use these 4 to search and find a scroll of immunity. Loads of magic scrolls actually for Julius this time round. And Right Delirium. Thank you, Right Delirium. Confused and disorientated, Julius Farcleaver's turn ends. On to Norlessa Thundershack now. Norlessa has an empty scroll. Norlessa is here, so she's only a few squares away from placing it in. And she has, she's only got 4 action points. It's not really enough to go ploughing back to the combination lock, so she's going to keep searching, and she finds a small health vial. Another small health vial. Another small health vial, wow. And an empty scroll. Right, let's count these up now. We've got 1 empty scroll in the lock. Ragnar's got 1. Magnus has got 1. Norlessa has 2. We are 1 empty scroll short, if we can manage to get them in there, without spawning enemies and getting killed, from completing this dungeon. So, exciting stuff. Norlessa, that's her turn over. We're going back to Erin Bloodborne now. No enemies on the board. It's interesting how the vast majority of the action has been around here, because usually, in order to try and plough through and find everything, our heroes make it to at least halfway before they're placing the combination lock. Because when you find the broken tile card, for those of you that didn't join us at the start of this, when you find the broken tile card, that's where you place the combination lock, where all these things go. And usually it's sort of out here in the dungeon somewhere. But in this case, it was actually discovered in the start room, so everyone's kind of drifting around here. It's quite interesting. Okay, Erin's action points. 8. Erin Bloodborne with 8 action points, but she hasn't yet got an empty scroll. I think she searches. I think she finds it. Let's go for it. First, ta-da! Well, that was a stroke of luck. You guys did see me shuffle the pack. I won't be party to accusations of cheating. So there's Erin with the final empty scroll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The scroll, searching for the scroll is 7. She got 8 action points, so she gets to place that into the magical combination lock. So we are now a mere 4 scrolls away from completing this, and they are in our possession. So after Erin goes Ragnar. 6 for Ragnar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Ragnar is going to place his empty scroll 6. Who's next? Magnus Underhill also has a scroll, but he's all the way back here. Oh dear, and with 3 action points, that's not very good. 1, 2. But then with his 3rd action point, he is going to cleverly hand over his scroll to Norlessa Tundershack, who is now holding all 3, I might add. Julius Farcleaver's turn. Julius has 8 action points. It's not enough to do anything but snuggle up into the start room with their friends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now, Norlessa Tundershack is here. She needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If she gets 9 action points, she can complete this turn. But she's got 5. It's not enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, what now? Well, now it's very simple. We go straight back to Erin Bloodborne. Erin is standing both adjacent to Norlessa Tundershack and adjacent to the magical combination lock. So Erin needs to spend 3 action points taking 1, 2, 3 scrolls off Norlessa Tundershack, and then spend a further 3 action points placing them into the magical combination tile. So if she rolls 6, we finish now. And it's 4. So she's going to take 1, 2, and place 1, 2 into the magical combination lock, meaning that Norlessa is now standing outside, and Erin's had her turn. It's now Ragnar Agathorn's turn. What's Ragnar going to do? Well, of course, as every brave Viking tends to, with 12 action points, he's going to win the day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You may as well have a little dance. All right. He takes the final scroll from Norlessa, 9, 10, 11, and with his final flourish, he uses his Viking charm to place the final empty scroll into the magical combination lock, completing the dungeon. So not only did we not end up spreading all the way around here like we usually do, but we've mainly ended up kind of back in the start room again. Here's little Magnus, he's holding his own, making sure another queen isn't going to come flying down here. But otherwise, that's a pretty exciting run through. We've got just the winning condition. I think we've won. We've got a yellow gem, a blue gem, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 scrolls in there. So let's have a look. Dungeon 4, Collector's Folly. To succeed, as well as finding out where in the dungeon the magical combination lock lies, yes, you must locate 6 empty scrolls. Done. A blue gem and a yellow gem. Done and done. You must place the 6 empty scrolls and 2 gems into the magical combination lock. Placing a single item into the magical lock costs 1 action point per item. Well, yeah, we've done that, haven't we? We've done that. Oh, thanks for joining us, Mum. I hope you got to have a chat with the guys in Poland, did you? I didn't think you'd be joining me for this. Okay, so, success. The scrolls and gems slide into each of the 8 recesses in the large stone tile lock. As the final item fits into place, a crack appears across the tile's face. Then the tile breaks and falls away, revealing a vertical shaft that disappears into the murky depths below. You have come this far, so, teetering on the edge to regain your composure for a few seconds, you jump feet first into the abyss and allow the darkness to engulf you. Congratulations for making it this far. The penultimate dungeon of your campaign awaits. If you are ready to continue your campaign, turn over to start Dungeon 5. Ba, ba, ba. Fantastic. Oh, thanks for that. Thanks for joining us, guys. Did you enjoy it? I enjoyed it. That was a good proper, like, chucker through the dungeon there. I enjoyed it. I mean, the run through I had a couple of days ago, mustn't give away any spoilers, but because it's kind of an hour and a half of extremely exciting dungeon crawl. But it was exhausting. That was exhausting because there was enemies everywhere, and it was quite a slog. A very enjoyable slog, as they all are, but quite a slog nonetheless. But what I liked about this was that without proper card management, we could have messed up a little bit, and it also gave me the opportunity, which is quite rare to set up, to show off the various geographic strategies where you can use things like corridors and funneling points and pinch points to slow down your enemy and to order and to put them in the order you want to attack them. There's no way we could have taken out the Queen without one of the other players running up behind and handing over the Scroll of Death to make it happen, which allowed Magnus to be a bit cocky and attempt to kill her normally, but of course he failed to kill her normally, so he ended up using the Scroll of Death anyway. Yeah, I like that. That was quite fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're planning to do... well, thank you very much, Anne-Marie. Yes, I did give this tabletop a polish, actually. I think it may have caused some of our issues with light flashes and stuff earlier as well. Can you see how glowy it is up at this end of the table? So yeah, I need to sort something out about that. I really do, because it's sort of ongoing frustration that I can't get the lighting correct on this thing. But still, you know, we've only been doing it for like 53 days. Right, so let me collect all this. Look at all this treasure. So it's at this stage, as many of you know, that you would be able to trade in some of this stuff for a health buffer for the start of the next adventure. So it might cost you, you know, bits of equipment or the odd magical scroll, and definitely the vast majority of your treasure. But at least you end up with getting a nice buffer on the start of your at the start of your next dungeon attempt. Let's have a look in chat. Knows that Gabby's checking to make sure that he's keeping the place tidy and not filling it with fish and chip wrapping. Steph, quiet, ipshnay on the ish and chips nay. I'm eating extremely healthily, I'll have you know. He lied. Yeah, there's been a bit of junk food creeping in, but to be fair, it's been wonderful actually, because of course I'm busy doing this. For those of you that know, Gabby Lacey and I live on the same property as my parents, just in a different house, you know, on a different plot of land, and as a result, it's been like being a teenager again. Mum's been calling me up and saying things like, "Oh, we're having a chicken for tea. Would you like to join us?" and this sort of thing. It's been absolutely wonderful. So yeah, I could get used to it actually. I could definitely get used to it. So there we are, there's another closed box to closed box run through of a Gorgon's Loch scenario. Get yourself your own box right now by immediately diving over to the Kickstarter page and pledging for a couple of dozen boxes. I know you're absolutely right, Steph, absolutely right. There's nothing wrong with fish and chips. There's nothing wrong with fish and chips, except of course, apart from the problem of repeated consumption causing obesity and death. And heart issues and salt and fat. But apart from those issues that, let's go ahead and call them non-issues, I'm going to say there's nothing wrong with fish and chips. It's essentially a salad, isn't it? Because I mean, you know, the flour for the batter, it grows like a flour, so that's got to count as one of your 5 a day, surely. And mushy peas, you know, just because they're 50-50 salt and peas, it's the peas aspect we're talking about, and yeah, nice and healthy. I'm not sure how long that run through was, guys, but again, thanks very much for joining us. The Kickstarter has a eye-wateringly small amount of time left now, and we are at 54% thanks to a generous 179 of you. Over 520 people have now clicked that remind me or notify me button, and I gather that Kickstarter is going to send them a message about 48 hours before it's all over. So expect a little peak near the end as well. But if you haven't jumped in yet, please do so. If you are interested in interesting your children into tabletop and board games, but they're not quite old enough yet to connect with more complex rule systems, go ahead and grab yourself a copy of the Gorgon's Loch. Just go to this link right here and grab yourself a copy of the Gorgon's Loch. And for those veterans in the chat, thank you so much for joining us again. It means a lot for you to come along and chat and help me out while we're doing this. It is quite tiring. It's a great game, but it's quite tiring doing it every day. And I am playing it every day in the background and every other day live on Twitch. And yeah, it's been a long one. It's been a long one. It's a 60-day Kickstarter. It's been a very long graft thus far. But with 5 or 6 days remaining, I will be streaming again the day after tomorrow, and it's going to go every other day right through to Saturday when we finish. And on Saturday, I may stream twice. I may do a kind of afternoon stream and then do a congratulatory stroke commiseratory stream when it comes to a finish, which is 8 p.m. GMT. So that's 3 p.m. Eastern time for you, Ghost, and anyone else in the chat who's in the US. So we're finishing kind of early afternoon in the US on Saturday. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting finish one way or the other. So let's keep doing this, dear adventurers. We have the kick track listings was amazing today. I checked the hot list, and not only were we at number 19, we weren't at number 19 in the tabletop category. We were at number 19 overall, which means we were sitting there at number 19 of Kick Track's hot list of every single live project on Kickstarter, which is absolutely astounding. So yeah, thanks very much, Kick Track, and cheers for hitting that big green visit project button on the Kick Track page that I keep linking to in the comments. It really helps. So I then went on to check the hot list specifically for tabletops, and we were sitting at number 11, which after so many weeks, I mean, we've only fallen off, I think, 2 or 3 times out of the top 25, and then we're straight back in again. Amazing. Really amazing work. So yeah, thanks to everyone involved in doing that. And that's it. That's another closed box to closed box run through of the Gorgon's Loch. So yeah, join me in a couple of days. See you in the comments. Go and check out the updates. Go and check out the playthrough from a couple of days ago, because I've just posted a link to it in the comments now, and it was fun. Yeah, no spoilers, but go and watch that. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, and I'll see you in a couple of days. So farewell, adventurers, and I shall see you in the comments. Onwards.